I thank you for watching my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, Ethiopia. It never rains, but it pours for Ethiopian economy. One after the other, we are seeing problems, blows to the economy, another blow to the economy. Ethiopian economy under severe distress. Secondly, hard times ahead for Eritreans staying rather in Israel, where a hard choice they'll have to make now, which is being offered to them by Israeli government. The offer was made a few months ago, and the Eritreans, Africans, they're at a loss what to decide. And lastly, Hailemariam Desalegn, a former prime minister of Ethiopia, a video of Hailemariam Desalegn for you. Hallelujah, he's preaching, he's reciting. Where is he? What is he doing? Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian economy receiving one after the other blows. Extreme shortage of foreign exchange reserves. No foreign direct investment coming. IMF bailout package still in consideration. Agwa. I remember Agoda because Agoda is used for hotel booking, and I was on a visit recently, so I used Agoda there. Agwa, Ethiopian status not restored so far, and several other indicators too, which indicate that hard times are ahead for Ethiopian economy. A proof to substantiate the statement that recently Ethiopia failed to attract any groups to bid for its Ethio Telecom license, a sale. No bids for third sale of Ethio Telecom shares, mainly because of the conflict in the country. Now, another blow, another bad news for Ethiopian economy is about the withdrawing of a finance group which has been operating in Ethiopia since 2019. In 2019, PM Abiy's government backed the formation of Ethiolease. Ethiolease is a finance service, a finance group. What this group does is that it procures equipment from abroad in US dollars, and then it leases this equipment to Ethiopian companies, Ethiopian individuals in birrs. The local investors pay to this company in birr, while this company buys the equipment in dollars. This company was formed obviously because of the lack of foreign exchange reserves which the government was facing, due to which local businessmen, local companies were facing problems. But Ethiolease has decided to withdraw from Ethiopia. It has been confirmed. And it is very understandable. It is mainly, I think, because of the value of birr which has declined. Value of birr in open market and in black market values are different. Ethiopian currency has devalued, but Ethiopian National Bank is not devaluing the currency. It means that Ethiolease cannot operate. How can it buy equipment in dollars and give this equipment on lease to Ethiopian companies on official birr rate? So that unofficial birr value, because official birr value is less than actual birr value. That is why the company has decided to put an end to its operations in Ethiopia. It is facing shortage of foreign exchange reserves, to another blow to the Prime Minister's efforts PM Abiy's efforts to keep the economy above water. Multiple challenges are being faced by Ethiopian economy. Huge debt repayment this year. Ethiopia in talks for debt payment rescheduling. China has agreed. Saudi Arabia gave some assurances to Ethiopia, hoping to get some relief from G20 countries too. But this relief would be for a year. Next year, we'll see the same scenario. So it means that Ethiopia needs something. It needs arrival of hard currency, hard cash from abroad, either in the form of direct foreign direct investments or in the form of remittance or in the form of bailout package. None of them seems to be coming. That is why we see problems ahead for the economy. Having said that, it does not mean that Ethiopia is going to default, it's going to collapse, it's going to disintegrate. Several countries are still surviving while their economic conditions are worse than Ethiopia's economic conditions. Secondly, there is a hard choice for Eritreans to make in Israel. Israel is known for the plight of refugees there. Black Jews who arrive in Israel and other Africans, they are not granted refugee status. For years, people staying there, Israeli government has imprisoned them in most cases. And Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch have released reports criticizing Israeli government for its treatment of refugees, but Israeli government did not listen. Eritreans are there too. We saw clash between Eritrean groups in Israel a few weeks ago when they clashed in Tel Aviv, Israel. Dozens of Eritreans were injured on both sides. They were later arrested. A trial was initiated against them to deport them. And then we saw that these groups, Eritrean groups, signed a peace deal. They reached a deal. The Brigade Nehame, the opposition group, tried to win the hearts of Israeli government officials by participating in relief operations for the people affected by Israel-Gaza war, Israelis affected by Israel-Gaza war. But reportedly, a hard choice is being offered to these Eritreans, other Africans staying in Israel. Israeli government has given them only one choice, and that is to leave the country. One-way ticket for them to leave the country to Africa. Otherwise, stay in prison, imprisonment. So either they'll stay in prison, they'll remain imprisoned in Israel, or they can return to their country. Now, opposition brigade Niham, the members could be in trouble. They cannot go back to Eritrea. They fled Eritrea. And now they are on Eritrean government's radar. Eritrean government knows they are opposition members. If they return to Eritrea, they'll be arrested, they'll be imprisoned. They cannot return to Eritrea. Pro-government community members, if they are expelled, if they are deported, obviously they can return to Eritrea. They won't face imprisonment back home. But Brigade Niham, the members could be in trouble. So it's that is why it's alarming that some Brigade Niham, the members could have maybe they'll have to return to Eritrea, or they'll stay in prison in Israel. Hard choice. Let's see what Eritreans do in Israel. Thirdly, viewers, Hailemariam is former Ethiopian PM. I think he's the last EPRDF Prime Minister. Though he was EPRDF Prime Minister, but he had to go. PM Abiy came to power after nationwide protests. And he is accused of supporting the federal government in the war on Tigray. Tigray activists, Tigray diaspora community members, they protest wherever they see Hailemariam Desalegn. They say that he is one of the enablers of genocide of Tigrayans. Hailemariam Dassalin, it seems, has turned into a full-time pastor, a Protestant prosperity gospel pastor. He's been seen in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, preaching to the followers of prosperity gospel. And the way of preaching for me is a little different. I wouldn't say bizarre, because all religious sects have their own ways of preaching, on their own ways of praying. So we should not criticize anyone. But I found Hailemariam Dassalin a little funny. I mean, he's the former prime minister. He should use his experience as the prime minister of country. He served as prime minister of country. Maybe he can be a diplomat. Maybe he can be a speaker when it comes to talks about regional politics, internal Ethiopian politics. But he chose the path of religious preaching. It was amusing for me to see him preach, by the way, especially the way he preaches. I am not ridiculing him. I'm not ridiculing Protestants or ridiculing prosperity gospel followers. It was just the way he was preaching is interesting. Let's see what he's saying. He can be heard saying, Alleluia. Maybe it means praise to God. Take a listen to Hailemariam Dassalin, see how he is preaching in Nairobi, Kenya, to the followers of prosperity gospel. Thank you for watching.
Power coming out of this hole. A big power coming out of this hole. Sending a message to the city people in Nairobi. Because my saints are united. Be it today or tomorrow or whatever. The power of the Lord is going to be seen with this united spirit. Hallelujah! 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 Yes! Something is going to happen. Let's humble ourselves. Let's go down to the earth. God will work in this city. God will work in East Africa. Hallelujah! 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 God will announce each and every one of you. Hallelujah! 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 Hallelujah!